Elon Musk's plan for an open-source algorithm won't solve Twitter's problems. Elon Musk's public pursuit of Twitter looks set to pay off after the social network's board of directors accepted a $44 billion takeover bid from the world's richest man. Musk has already laid out big plans for Twitter, including a pledge to make the company's content policing algorithm open source in the name of transparency. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated, said Musk, who will take Twitter private after the deal is completed. Twitter has come under the fire for its inability to deal with hate speech and misinformation, problems which also plague other social media platforms. Musk has been a vocal critic of the platform's content moderation policies for different reasons, chiefly because he believes they stymie free speech. Speaking of his plans for the platform, Musk said, "I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans." Musk has yet to elaborate on how he might make the company's algorithms, which prioritize content that is seen by which users, available for greater scrutiny. Moves to increase transparency by disclosing information about how such algorithms work are generally a good thing, but open sourcing the actual code comes with its own risks, says Michael Rovatzos, professor of artificial intelligence and director of the Bayes Center for Data Science and AI at Edinburgh University. He adds, "When we talk about the algorithm, it's actually a complex combination of data processing and human intervention steps, plus algorithmic models that have been trained with using historical data. An open-source version of core algorithms will likely not tell us very much about how the content on Twitter is actually shaped." Having the code is also of course not sufficient to really understand how the platform works, as its actual behavior depends on the data fed into it. Dr. Don Kalkman, senior researcher in decision-making at the Hieronymus Academy of Data Science in the Netherlands, agrees that open-sourcing the algorithm seems like a good move. To do a solid algorithmic audit you want, amongst other things, access to data used to train the model and insight into the development process. Opening Twitter's algorithm could pose a security risk. Even if Musk succeeds at making the Twitter algorithm open source, he may create more problems for himself and his newly acquired company when it comes to security. Musk's pledge to eradicate bots, however, is likely to be of interest to the security community. Can Elon Musk solve Twitter's problems? Professor Rovatzos believes taking action on Twitter's algorithm will not get to the root of issues with the platform. There is an implicit assumption in Musk's statement that solving problems around bias is a matter of getting the algorithm right, he says. "I am concerned that reducing content moderation will exacerbate existing problems around hate speech, misinformation, and other online harms, while at the same time disclosing some technical details might create a semblance of transparency," Professor Rovatzos adds.